Hey, welcome back all. In this video, we quickly overthrew the partition or schema evaluation feature of the Iceberg table. So we go over the partition evaluation, then how it will impact the table, and that the same applies for the schema evaluation. The partition evaluation cover the both the schema evaluation. So as we know that the business requirements keep changing, like as the big business is progressing, there is a requirement to change a different column, add a new column to the table, delete an existing column, or modify and rename a column to a different name. So all these features, the business will ask as the business goes on increasing. But with the existing Hive table format, that's a directory based table format, we have to reload the entire table data for each of those changes. Either it's a table name or the column name or the partition change. For any of these things, it requires the entire rewrite of the table, and that's a consumes a lot of resources, human time, and also there is a possibility to go down your system. To address these issues, Iceberg out of the box supporting the schema or partition evolution with the rich metadata it's maintaining in its table format. So we are going to see in action in this video. So let's go and create one table and then see how it is going to work. So here I'm going to close all my tabs. So let me go and create. So I'm going to create a table under this warehouse directory with the table name as a local Uber trips, and I'm specifying the partition as a city for my table. So let's go and create a table and then we'll see what is getting inserted. So here I don't have anything right now. So as the table creation completes, I should see a table. Yes, I see the Uber, the database is created, trips is created, and the metadata that we are seeing in the previous videos. It has the metadata. So now let's go and insert some data into this table. So I'm just adding a few records to this table. So here I don't have the data folder, but it will come up once the oh it's failed. Why it's failed? Table not found. What is the table name I gave here? Uber trips. I have to put the Uber. Oh yeah, this is the name. Uber trips. Okay, let me go and insert the record. So I'm inserting the three records into the table. Yep. So the now data got inserted and the table data folder is got created, and first let's check the metadata. So it's created the new metadata v2 metadata version, and then it's inserted the some data, and because I'm partitioned by the city, it is having a city as a as a partition column. With inside that we have an actual parking data. So now this table is partitioned by the city, and then I inserted some data. So what we will do is let's go and first read the table to see if it is returning the result, so that we know that it's working. Yes, it's returning the data for our table. So let's go and do one interesting thing is let's go and drop the city partition. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to drop the partition city as a field, and let's see what it is going to do. So here you see the data is having all three directories. So let's go and run it. If we run that, it's update the metadata of the table. It's an alter partition is a metadata operation, right? So that we should see the new partition metadata file got created. Yeah, see that it's just created 134. Okay, that's about the metadata JSON. And in the data, do we have any changes? No, nothing. It's as it is. I have changed the partition column. I have dropped the partition column. Let's see and let's try to read the table and if it is returning the data. Is it returning the data? Do you think it returns the data? Think we should it returns the data. Yes, it's returning the data. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add uh, three new rows into the same table that not having any partition, that is not having any partition column. The table is updated with the partition column, right? I removed the so for our reference, I'm trying to open these uh, two two directories in the same, but in a new tab. Okay, yeah, I think it's a new tab. This is good. No. Spark setup. This is an Iceberg, Spark warehouse. Yeah, Uber trips. I opened this. Here I here I have the partition data, and this is the table metadata. So here I'm going to insert a three more new records. So that then it should create a new metadata file here. So let's go and run it. So and we are inserting the data into a table which is not partitioned by city. So we should have new directory got created here. Yes, new file got created. That's a version. And also, if you see that it's also inserted some of the records, new records also. If you see this snapshot and then this one. So, and if you go to the data directory, and it's also inserted some new Parquet files. So these Parquet file contains the data that we inserted in the second time. And then now, and in the previous version is having the partition by the city. So that's what these data. So if we query this data, do you think it will give the how many records? Three? No, it's going to give us 6 records because the first few records are from the partition definition, and the remaining are from the non-partition table data. So it's for the querying, you don't need to worry about whether table has a partitioning schema or not. So now we'll make it some more interesting. So we have deleted partition, and we loaded the data. We are able to query the data. So let's do that. Let's change the partition value to something else. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to change the partition column to the driver instead of the uh, city. So let's go and run it. So I'm running it. So it's finished. So it's finished means I should have the new metadata version got created. So let me go here and the metadata. You see that it's created the new version. So 138 just now. So what I did, I added the partition column as a driver. So we'll go and insert some more data into the same table with I mean, this can be anything. You can use the same data also, but I'm for the sake I'm running, I modified it and I'm running it. So I have deleted the partition column. I have added a new partition column, and I'm inserting into the table. Yeah, the insert is happening. So let's go and see that what will happen. Do you see any data gets created? So here we have the new metadata file get created because we did an insert. And if you see that here, nothing is changed. But if you see that here, it's added the new partition column informations, right? With the driver details. Interesting, right? This is creating a new partition column. So let's see. Let's try to query the data and see. So do you think how many records it will come? It should return the all the 9 records because we inserted the three times, right? So it should give the 3 records. So San Francisco is 3 times because we just duplicated the data with the changing the order, but the city we did not change. So we are able to get the all the 9 records. So the the experience to the user will not change. We don't need to reload the data even though we add a column or remove a column or inside add a partition, remove a partition. This is the one of the great feature of the uh, Iceberg that will allow us to that will avoid us to reload the data every time when we make the changes to the table's metadata. Hope you like this video. I'll come up with the next interesting feature of the Iceberg in the next video. Thank you.